speak the truth. But now she's got the mic, so make a different choice. Okay.
Cool. Okay, so we got there. Now we have to figure out how to get there.
Okay.
Yay.
Should we start with should it be a story of like her taking the stage, or should it be more like zoom out? I don't know.
Maybe, I mean, we could even do some sort of thing where it's like walked into the room,
Yeah.
like she walked into the room expecting something, right? Expecting, like, what were you expecting? Like,
Me or the person on stage?
either one.
Okay, I'll be me. She walked into the room expecting something like unconditional, um, I guess like a sense of well, empowerment, obviously, we talked about that, but triumph, like a sense of, and also owning the space. Like there's so many spaces that you walk into that you feel like you don't get to own. And so
Yeah.
she, this person, walked in feeling like, oh, this is going to be a space that we get to own and it's about us. And then it quickly didn't feel like it was.
What is it, like safety?
Um, I think, yeah, safety, or maybe it's just like a collective knowing,
Open arms? Like,
shared experience, shared understanding.
I'm trying to think about how to say that more poetically.
Yeah. Um, like I think there's something about this like invisible thread that's connecting all of the people because of shared histories.
Yeah. What about if she walked into the room expectations high
Uh-huh.
and then talking about like what those are?
Okay. She walked into the room, expectations high, a moment to
I'm thinking about like water things too, like buoys or nets or lines, fishing. I mean, not directly related to water, but
yeah,
lighthouse.
this isn't a public, like it's not a public pool, you know,
Yeah.
like this is the soft, like expecting like this is like a soft towel jacuzzi at a nice resort, you know.
Right. Um,
I also did go in a hot tub at Nam, so that was another
that's bonus.
bonus. With all these water analogies. She walked
Well,
into
it's
the
just kind of, we don't have to like completely like dig, but it's just
she's in
kind
a
of
hot tub. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to be the best thing ever. So she walked into the room, expectations high, maybe some curiosity in there. Who is she gonna see?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, who would she see?
Or maybe who she would she hear?
Who would she
Is
hear?
that
Would their words spark her drive? Would the words spark her drive?
yeah.
Spark her drive.
Or like, yeah. Or would the word spark her drive or light the way, like trying to get another like lighthouse, like something in there. I think that could be really powerful, especially because then when we have like these water analogies in the chorus a little bit, like it all kind of leans in there.
Would the words light her drive?
Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Yeah.
Would the words light her drive? Um, something of yeah, sisterhood keeps coming up to me.
You could say like make an allusion to the sisterhood of the traveling pants and say it's like the pants of sisterhood were were in the room or something, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Pants had traveled to that very room.
yeah, I was trying to get sisterhood in.
Like an unspoken link of sisters far and wide.
But then we've got I all in a row. Like we got too
Oh
many
yeah,
I rhymes. Um,
an unspoken link of sisters who had traveled.
I like traveled.
Trekked.
What?
Trekked.
I like traveled.
An unspoken thread. Because thread is like a pants thing.
Yeah.
Of sisters who had traveled.
And that breaks up your I. So then we could have something that ends with I, because then it could be like AABA, kind of a rhyme scheme.
Mhm.
If you walked into the room, expectations high, who would her
Who would
oh
she hear?
who would she hear with the words light her drive?
An
Yeah.
unspoken thread of sisters who had traveled.
Something, 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 I.
Should we like, should we have her like in this very last part of the verse find out that like should we crush her expectations to the ground?
Yeah, because we have to get to the chorus.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Um, but stepping through the threshold or
well,
stepping.
she's already in the room,
Oh, right, right,
right?
right, right.
But maybe she's on the stage. Like she
Okay.
walked into the room.
But
Who would
stepping
she
on the
hear?
stage
Something you could say like goodbye. Like,
or lie,
oh yeah,
but stepping
um
on the stage.
it all felt like a lie.
Mhm. It all felt like a lie. She walked into the room expecting expectations high. Who would she hear? Would the words light her drive? An unspoken thread of sisters who had traveled, but stepping on the stage, it all felt like a lie.
Quiet conversations, drowning steady voices. Yeah. That'll totally work. You could do like just C minor to E flat and like a higher melody because our
Yeah, I was gonna
chorus
say that
starts
too.
like low.
She walked into the room, expectations, or maybe we could go to B flat even like
Yeah.
she walked into the room, expectations high.
Yep. And then C minor. Yeah.
Who would she hear? Would the words light her dry? Unspoken thread, an unspoken thread, sisters who had trouble stepping on the stage. It all felt, but stepping on the stage, it all felt like a lie. Quiet conversation.
Yeah. And then we have like a meter change almost.
Wait, am I? Oh, because I'm like in three right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that could work. Quiet conversations drowning. Da 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 da. I mean, it'd be
right,
like a
like two against three.
yeah.
Quiet conversation drowning. I could also just do it in duple. I totally forgot what meter we were in.
Well, I liked it though. I thought it was cool.
She walked in the room, expectations high. Who would she hear? Would the words light her dry? Unspoken thread, you had traveled. But stepping on the stage, it all felt like a lie. Quiet conversation. Is that too fast? I'm gonna get
No,
there.
I think that's
Quiet
cool.
conversation, drowning steady voice. Oh,
I actually liked when you did like quiet conversation, drowning steady voices, da da da. I think it would work really well because the chords now
are
in
slow in the
the
verse.
verse are
Yeah.
moving slower and then they're moving faster in the chorus. And like caveat to anyone who's watching, this is one of those things where like you write something one way the first time and then you develop more of the song and all of a sudden you realize you have to shift it because the song is not asking for that. The song is telling you, no, it needs to be something else. And so many people that I see and work with, they fight that. And I'm like, no, no, no. Like, listen to it. The song's telling you. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. And you said that to me, where it's like, you know, we make up these rules for ourselves. So it's like, well, it was this way. You just made this up 10 minutes ago.
right. Does it? We
Yeah.
don't know. And I think, like, I like thinking about it as like the song is telling you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not making the choice. The song just, you played it because it felt good. And I
Yeah,
think
it's so true.
when we ignore that the song itself can actually have a voice in what we're saying. And I
Hmm.
know that's kind of a weird construct. The song obviously doesn't have like, but it sort of does. And that, like, when you
It's
played
revealing
that,
itself.
it's like it felt good. It was like,
Yeah.
that's totally what I wanted when I got there, and paying attention to those things and not fighting them just because, oh, I did it that way the first time, so I have to keep it.
Yeah. No, it's so true. Stepping on the stage, it all felt like a lie. Quiet conversation, drowning steady voices, trying to find the break, trying to break the surface, block out all the noise. It's hard to rewrite history, to speak the truth. But now she's got the mic, so make a different choice.
It works so well, and it's cool because the part in the middle, the rewrite has didn't change, which is
Yeah.
super interesting, and I love that.
Okay, cool.
Amazing. Okay,
Okay.
verse chorus. So this is feeling like verse chorus, probably a bridge.
Yeah.
Okay, second verse.
Second verse. Let's do it.
Okay.
Should this be like the shushing verse?
The shushing verse.
Story of
Yeah,
this.
I like the shushing.
Like she speaks about her speaking, maybe finally being like risen up or lifted up by other people through shushing, but finding a poetic way to say it.
Yeah, no, I like it.
So make a different choice. She walked in the room. I have to think about like that kind of meter.
Yeah, yeah. So she's okay. So she's on the stage, and then this stuff happens.
Mhm.
But I still think like we have to make some connection. Like she's talking. She hasn't really spoken quite. We haven't. I mean, we
Yeah.
kind of know that she's speaking, but like as she gives her monologue, I mean, or as she,
She takes a deep breath. Words are pouring out, or something like that.
yeah, I love that. I love that.
Full of, I don't know if there's another word for full, but full of wisdom and depth.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's cool. Full of wisdom and depth, but they're not shutting up.
But they won't shut up. How about that? Because that
Yeah.
makes you like full of wisdom and depth, but they won't shut up.
Yep.
Like very annoyed.
Yep. Yep.
How about something really snarky? I don't know.
Go
Like,
for it.
would they pay like something about like, would they pay thousands of dollars if this were a man-led mastermind or something?
Ooh. Yeah.
But what would they pay to see her counterpart speak or even like pay the same attention?
Yeah. I mean, would they
They
have?
saw themselves on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. Would they? would they something if they saw themselves on stage?
Would they be the same if they saw themselves on stage?
Ooh, I like that. And the internal rhyme.
Yeah.
Would they act the same?
Would they act the same? Yes, because they might be the same, but they would act differently. Would they be the same if they saw themselves on stage?
Yeah.
And then the shushing, maybe. I think shushing, it's like we think of it as like a teacher's, you know, like
Yeah, I think
a
that could go at
crowd
the end because it would
control.
be cool. The shushing would rhyme with without and up, like
Mhm.
just like the first verse with the AABA kind of a rhyme.
Yeah. Like maybe it's something like sometimes you need to use words, other times you need to shush, or
I
like
love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like when words aren't enough,
when
almost.
words, yeah.
It's time to use the shushing when
And
words aren't enough.
it's time to use the shush when words, or
Aren't enough.
when words aren't enough.
It's time to use the shush.
It's so
That's so
funny.
funny.
She takes a deep breath, words are pouring out. She's full of wisdom and depth, but they won't shut up. They act the same if they saw themselves on the stage. Words aren't enough. It's time to use the shush. Quiet conversation.
I like it. I like it. I like it. That's hilarious. I love finding weird, funny words to put in songs. I found a way to put visage in my song yesterday.
I don't even know what that means.
It's
So,
like what you look like.
did you know that yesterday's prompt was use a word you haven't used in a song before?
No,
And you did it.
without even knowing.
And I didn't do the prompt for the first time in all 31 days because I was obsessed with that guitar part. I heard it
I
amp
loved that. It was
and it was
so
like,
cool.
I could only sing that in my head. So I'm like, this is going to be my song.
It was so awesome. Okay,
All
now we
right.
just need a bridge.
Yeah.
How about we play? Can you play the whole song from
Sure.
beginning to end? Like,
Okay.
so we get a.
She walked in the room, expectations high. Who would she hear? Would the words light her dry? Unspoken threads of sisterhood, of sisters who had traveled. Stepping on the stage, it all felt like a lie. And quiet conversation, drowning steady voices, trying to break the surface, block out all the noises. It's hard to rewrite history, to speak. Where did I go there after there?
E flat, I think.
The truth. Now she's got the mic, so make a different choice. She takes a deep breath, words are pouring out. Whoops. She's full of wisdom and depth, but they won't shut up. Would they act the same if they saw themselves on the stage? Words aren't enough. It's time to use the shush. Quiet conversations, drowning steady voices, trying to break the surface, block out all the noises. It's hard to rewrite history, to speak the truth. But now she's got the mic, so make a different choice.
I also feel like the third line of the verse could use a different melody. Just like slightly different. Like,
I kept wanting to do that. So Um, da 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 da. Would they say the same?
Yeah, yeah. In
Like going
both of
back,
them, I think. Yeah,
yeah.
like just something like I found like I wanted a shift there.
Spoke, unspoken thread of sisters who had traveled. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, super cool.
go up to C.
Okay. So the bridge
Yes.
is really what this song is all about. That's kind of the function here of the bridge.
Make a different choice. Maybe we don't resolve it
Yeah.
at course time.
Choice. Da, 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 da. That didn't work. Da, 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 da. We just do like that B flat over D to E flat,
I like
like for
that.
the bridge.
Mhm.
Um,
She's getting weary of letting her hair down or pulling her hair back.
oh yeah,
Every
yeah,
time
yeah.
in a bun, put on a blazer.
Yes, she's getting wary
She's
of buns
getting
and
weary
blazers.
of
Buns and
buns
blazers.
and blazers.
So true.
That's so funny to me. Of signaling power with more than her, or of signaling power because she's been looked over or something.
Yeah, she's getting tired of buns and blazers, of signaling power.
Of having to stay or something her like blazers could be of
Oh yeah.
paving away her weary of buns and blazers, of signaling power, of paving away her. She's getting tired of buns and blazers, of signaling power. The problem is I don't write legibly when I songwrite, and then I
I
can't.
know, mine too. I'm like, this is like the
That's like
worst
the problem.
handwriting like ever. Yes, yes. People
So
need
bad.
to see this. It's important.
I know, but then
Um,
when I go to sing the song, I'm like, what does this say?
I know. She's getting tired of buns and blazers, of signaling power, of giving away her. What do we give away?
Well, if we're saying buns and blazers, like she's kind of giving away her self-expression at the altar of um masculine energy, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Say that again.
She's giving away her self-expression for masculine energy.
How can we say that? I like self expression, of giving away her self expression just to fit in.
Yeah, just to fit in.
I think that might be enough.
Okay. Um, she's getting tired of buns and blazers, of signaling power, of giving away her. So we could go to B flat over F there, of self-expression just to fit, or self-expression just to fit in.
Love that. I love that.
Quiet conversation.
It's great, and I like the movement of that. I think bun. She's getting tired of buns and of blazers. Like if there's an of in that line, I think it'll rhythmically.
Okay. She's getting tired of buns and of blazers, of signaling power, giving away her self-expression just to fit in.
Cool.
Did an octave shift by accident. Okay, the
We
whole
got a
thing.
song. Whole
We're
song.
almost. I know, and we're almost at the hour mark, so we did it in an hour.
I know. That's
Less
super
than an
cool. I know.
hour.
Amazing.
Is I do a lot of and I know you do too, demoing while I'm writing, like
Yeah.
so many recordings of myself. And then it usually takes me some time before I have like a melody that I stick to or that I know like a couple variations. So even with like the verse, if I start lower and go up higher, I at least have a couple of variations in my head. So I'm not just like grasping for things. So
Yep.
this won't be as solid. This will be more working things out. All right, should I try it?
I think you should.
Okay. Okay. She walked in the room, expectations high. She walked in the room, expectations high. Who would she hear? Would the words light her dry? An unspoken thread of sisters who had traveled by. Stepping on the stage, it all felt like a lie. And quiet conversations, drowning steady voices, trying to break the surface, block out all the noise. It's hard to rewrite history, speak her truth. Now she's got the mic, so make a different choice. She takes a deep breath, words are pouring out. She's full of wisdom and depth, but they won't shut out. Would they act the same if they saw themselves on the stage? When words aren't enough, it's time to use the shot. Quiet conversations, drowning steady voices, trying to break the surface, block out all the noise. It's hard to rewrite history, speak the truth, but now she's got the mic, so make a different choice. She's getting tired of buns and of blazers, signaling power, of giving away her self-expression just to fit in. Quiet conversations, drowning steady voices, trying to break the surface, block out all the noise. It's hard to rewrite history, to speak the truth, but now she's got the mic, so make a different choice. Yeah, now she's got the mic, so make a different choice.
Score!
Did it.
Go! Yay! That was so good. Seriously, so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Something I will say is to write the chords down because I did not. And so in the moment when I'm like my brain is working on a different things, it's hard. But yeah,
yeah,
write down your chords.
write down your chords. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I wrote them down really quickly because I'm not really playing them, but they're like
Yeah.
just, and I think like if many people can think like, oh, you have to write down specific things, but actually you'll remember it, especially if you have a voice memo and like little
Mhm.
notes like that. Like I find it's pretty easy to remember what you did and
And
how
once
long they are.
melody are attached to lyrics for me,
Yeah.
and it really kind of burns a spot in my brain.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, I noticed too, it's really fun to write with other people because they have different they have different penchants, I guess is the word, like
Yeah.
for melody and rhythm and lyric, and it can be really really fun to just like explore something that isn't what you would normally do or phrase something, and but it's like, oh, but that feels so good, you know?
Yeah. Like I would never have picked that chord progression and I would have never started singing down here, but I love that melody.
Yeah, it's super cool. And I love the way, like, it all the different melodies are in each different kind of like space too.
Yeah.
I really like the bridge too, like just
Yeah.
the staticness of that
Yeah.
too. Like, yeah, because it feels like she's stuck, which like
Yes.
prosthetically like is such a cool painting of like what's happening or how like she's feeling.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
Yay!
record it for real someday.
But for now, you can take a look at our process. This took us
Yeah.
what, like an hour?
Just an
Yeah.
hour. And if you're helping other people co-write, I think one of my biggest things when I would do this with students is to not step in too much. It's really hard when you're in that tough, like problem solving space. And as a teacher or a facilitator, it's easy to want to rescue. And so to really be there as a resource, but also like let those moments, and also, like we were joking and like telling stories and talking about Star Wars, but I think that's pretty common in any creative process, not just songwriting, where you actually need time to do tasks or do things unassociated with it and then come back. So it might look off task, but it's actually critical to the process.
Yeah, super critical because your brain's like processing all the stuff that was going on. And if you notice, like when we came back to it, we had new ideas. It was like it needed a second to just make the pathways so that we could finish what we were doing. And I mean, I think want to say too, like Sarah and I do this a lot. So if it seems like, wow, that seems like such a short time, like we have a lot of tools at our disposal that both of us know, each of us know. And
Mhm.
that's like, that helps the writing process like a lot. And this could have gone and it took us 2 hours. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't, we just happened that it worked, in a shorter amount of time.
yeah,
So,
definitely. Well, happy
yay.
songwriting.
Yay. All right, I'm going to stop this.